Hello, everybody. My name is Afro X, the anime guy. Um, today the manga guy. Talking to you about everything related to manga. Specifically the One Piece manga. Um, we are going to be reviewing, or I'm going to be reviewing chapter 1045 of One Piece today, which may go down in history as the most visually stunning One Piece chapter, or nay, the most visually stunning manga chapter in history. Um big shout out to Ichiro Oda. Congratulations on One Piece reaching its 25th anniversary. That is absolutely awesome. Yeah. So things have gone nuts. Um Hey, we got Tricks in here. Sup, Tricks? Um Yo, big shout out to Tricks the Anime Hater here. He's our mythical patron, and I love him. He's awesome. He's probably my most devoted fan. No, he is my most devoted fan. Um but good to see you in here, Tricks. Um so yeah. Things have gone absolutely insane. The title of One Piece chapter 1045 is Next Level. We start off still on the top of Onigashima. As you remember from last week, Luffy has just gone Gear 5. It's been revealed that his devil fruit is not the Gum Gum fruit, but it is actually the human fruit model Nika. And he has just awakened the fruit. And he has, in essence, become a 1920s rubber hose cartoon. So he now so we saw it earlier, and we and it's confirmed in the first panel here. Luffy's devil fruit now allows him to make any to make anything around him into rubber. He can make the ground into rubber. Pretty much anything he touches can turn into rubber. Yeah, we start off this. And Kaido talking about when Luffy was hit with the super hard attack. The what was it, Thunder Bagua Ragnarok or something like that. So many things have been happening, it's hard to remember. Much love to you, Stain Legendary. I see like was. Thank you, man. By the way, I just want to say before I get too deep into this, if you haven't read chapter 1045, I highly recommend that you do. I will be putting a link to the chapter in the description of this video once it's done. But yeah, definitely go read it. I read my manga on a site called mangareader.site, which sounds sketchy, but hey, you get to read manga for free. So, and new manga no less. Anyways, so Luffy said, "So was I." So Luffy is just as surprised that he is alive. Like, he's just as surprised as Kaido that any of this is happening. So he said, Kaido says, it should be safe to say you awakened your paramecia fruit. But something about this feels off. And then he shouts, a transformation like this is more typical of a Zoan fruit. And Luffy just is not paying attention at all. He's just totally cool, calm, and collected, using the ground as a trampoline. And Kaido bites him, and Kaido fully eats Luffy. Like Luffy actually goes into his stomach, and that is when this gets crazy. Luffy is just bouncing around inside Kaido, wrenching him left and right, and all of a sudden he turns Kaido's body into rubber and expands. It expands the inside of him like a balloon. And then they both start floating upwards into the sky, and both Yamato and Momonosuke are just completely shocked at this point. This is blowing their minds. They think it's a new transformation of Kaido's. And Kaido's like, how are you doing this? Like, your body is meant to be rubbery, not mine. But apparently Luffy can just turn anything into rubber now. Inside damage returning him to rubber. Yes, absolutely crazy. So then it goes, it like, if we're already at the top of crazy, it goes straight through the meter and breaks it. Like, we've gone to ridiculous levels here, because Luffy says, I see two bright lights. Then this man reaches through Kaido's eyeballs and explodes out of Kaido's eyeballs. No. Okay, I was reading it wrong the first time. He doesn't explode on Kaido's eyeballs. He reaches through Kaido's eyeballs, grabs his nose, and does a rocket out of Kaido's mouth. He literally does the ultimate version of, like, pulling up somebody's nose as a kid or something like that. But dude, Luffy is, it's no longer a fight. It is Luffy trolling Kaido. It's straight up Luffy just trolling Kaido, because he can body Kaido whenever he wants. And also, I gotta point out, I didn't point out this last week, but I should have. But if you're noticing, like, Luffy's gear 5th, he is changing into all his other gears at will. Like if you're looking at his body shape, he can go from gear 2nd to gear 4th in the snap of a finger. Like, he's not even thinking about this. Like, dude, Luffy, Oda, like, they've lost their mind. Everybody's lost their mind. So this is crazy enough already. Luffy has just reached through Kaido's eyeballs. So all of a sudden, without warning, Luffy just, like, flies away in a gas cloud. He just lets out all the air in his body, and he just lands in a cloud, I guess. Yeah, he lands in a cloud, fires up, and he's still saying Gum Gum No because he still thinks his devil fruit is the Gum Gum fruit. And out of this cloud, Luffy becomes a giant, a literal giant, like bigger than Kaido. Like, this is Luffy in pure god form. Like, this is Luffy being like, I could destroy the world if I wanted to. This is absolutely crazy. So, his whole body is giant. Uh, so both Momonosuke and Yamato are like, what is that? Why is Luffy's voice coming from it? That is completely unrecognizable. Then Kaido bites Luffy, and Luffy's like, absolutely not. Grabs Kaido from both ends, and he uses Kaido as a jump rope. He is literally trolling Kaido and bodying him whenever and however he wants. So he's using Kaido as a jump rope, and they're falling, and they're falling back down from the cloud to Onigashima. The scale of this is amazing. This is literally a battle of gods right now. Um, Going through his eyes, him regenerating from that will hurt. Yeah, and Trix, just to state this, I thought that Luffy went through his eyes, but I think what he did is he reached through. Well, yeah, he still, even so, reaching through Kaido's eyes, grabbing his nose and exploding out of his mouth. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure Oda is going straight by cartoon rules now, and like nothing that Luffy really does or anything he turns into rubber doesn't like permanently damage anything. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know how to describe what's going on anymore because it doesn't make sense. Anyways, so Kaido lets out a blast breath, and Luffy takes it full force, a full force burn. Um, Yamato is shocked, and Luffy looking pretty toasty. But then he straight up goes Bugs Bunny, and it's like, this is the last straw. And I was like, that's Bugs Bunny's This Is War. And he revs up his legs in a spiral, literally cartoon style. And this dude jet jumps like flames coming from his feet. He jet jump. This dude skywalks. He jumps off the air and jets back up to Onigashima. So he gears up a Gum Gum ability, and Kaido does a super huge ability, 3 world conquest, Ragnaroku, which the translators later say was trying to be a combination of Ragnarok and Naraku, which is the Japanese hell. So he does Ragnaroku and hits Luffy like dead on, and hits Luffy so hard that Luffy's giant head smashes through the ceiling of Onigashima, and his eyes pop out of his skull, and like everybody is seeing this. And in a moment that can only be described as truly Looney Tunes, Law, Kid, Chopper, Nami, and Otama all have their eyes pop out of their head at the same time at this most shocking sight. And as this happens, Luffy goes, "Youch!" Uh, and I'm like, Luffy has turned into Jim Carrey's The Mask right now. Like he is straight up a cartoon in an anime world. Um so anyway, he squeezes and pops his head back out of the ceiling, and Kaido says it's like something out of a picture book. Like uh Kaido is absolutely amazed. Um Luffy's actually a little bit damaged from that, or it seems like it. And Kaido's like, okay, like you put on a show, that's great, but you're at the end of the rope. You're burning your candle a bit too close right now. You can't beat me. And Luffy says, shut up, I'm far from done. And then he apparently depowers and completely looks like an old man and goes limp. And he's just like, I'm beat. Like I'm really beat. And Kaido says, what the hell are you? And this is the moment that we really take a look and realize that what Kaido is seeing right now, it is the closest equivalent to a cartoon, to a mixed cartoon live action movie right now, because Kaido is looking at Luffy and he's saying nobody else does this. Like no other devil fruit in the entire world does this. You can break the laws of physics, you can you can alter reality, all of this. Like he's just like, you are not a real thing right now. Like you are something on another level. Like it's almost like Kaido is two-dimensional and Luffy has just become three-dimensional. Um so but Kaido also is getting pretty tired here. But Luffy says, "You're right. I'm about to croak. This is taking a lot out of me." And I like that Oda put this in because we're taking a moment to rest, relax the fight, and realize here, like, what is it? Gear third turns him into Tiny Luffy. Gear fourth takes him out of a fight for like 10 minutes. Once it's done, it has a time limit. Like, if Luffy can do all of this amazing stuff at gear fifth, it's gonna have some backlash. And I don't think that Oda would permanently kill off his main character, but I'm very afraid that when this is all done, that Gear Fifth is gonna come back and it is going to destroy Luffy's body. Like, it's gonna have some serious backlash. Like possibly even he has to like take a break on looking for One Piece for like a couple years after this. But yeah, he's gonna be feeling this. Um, but Kaido looks at him, and Kaido's sitting down, and he's like, "Dude, it's over. Like, let it go. You're gonna die, but people are gonna tell stories about you. Like, this is going to be the most ridiculous, most epic story whatever. You are gonna have a sea shanty. You are gonna have he's like, you're gonna have an anime. You're gonna have a manga. You're gonna have multiple theme songs. Like, just let it go, dude. And Luffy, and this is Oda's foreshadowing again, quotes part of Bink's sake, and unintentionally, and he says, "When you're dead, only your bones stick around." This is a reference back to Bink's sake, where where it says in the Japanese translation, it says death does us all the same. In the end, only your bones remain. And in the English, in the Viz, it says, when all is said and done, we'll all be skeletons. But anyways, so Momonosuke and Yamato just watching this like spectators at a sports match. Like, this is absolutely nutsoid. I don't know why Momonosuke is not still trying to stop the island from falling. But anyways, so they're watching this and they're like, Yamato's like, it really is Luffy. Like, I couldn't see, or I couldn't recognize him with his hair like that. So in Gear Fifth, in Sun God Nika form, like, nobody can recognize who Luffy even is. He looks like he turns into a different person, but he's still the same Luffy, which is nice. We don't lose the character that we've come to know and love. And Momonosuke said, but his voice is still fading quickly. And then Luffy says, "We're not done yet." And he calls out to everyone. He's like, "Isn't that right, Momo, Tama, Kinemon?" He's really trying to like get himself up, and he's trying to lift everybody else up. And then he said, "Oh, I didn't notice it first." And then he says, "Pedro," and that's so powerful because he's calling out to Pedro, who died as a martyr for the cause, and was a really good dude. So, well, yeah, according to Luffy, Luffy thinks that like Luffy thinks or yeah, he's calling out to Momonosuke and Otama, but but also to like Kinemon and Pedro, because he's doing like a summon the ancestors thing, and he thinks Kinemon is dead, and Pedro is dead, and he like that. It's amazing. He just straight up calls out to everyone, and Kaido says, "Whoa, hey, you're really gonna kill yourself," because he knows that this is gonna burn out Luffy at the end. And Luffy says, "After all of this, do you really think something like death can scare me?" He pretty much looks Kaido in the eyes and says, "Bruh, I can't. No, you don't get it, man. You don't get it. I can't die. Like, the point is, I can't die in this form." Um, and this dude does something amazing, and he orders his heartbeat. He orders his heart to start beating loudly again. And we get back that sound, the drums of liberation, which I called out as doom da 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 last time, and it's not a musical score. It'd probably be like doom da da doom da da doom da da doom da da doom da da, like a really fast tribal drum. Doom da da. Anyways, this is exciting. Um So Louis back, and he's in gear fifth form again, and yeah, Kaido's like, well, so be it. And Yamato calls out, Luffy, watch out. Uh, and Luffy turns his head into like very, very like thin, almost liquid rubber, and just straight up takes the hit. He straight up takes the hit directly to the head. Um, and apparently, this form of rubber that he has his body in can be shaped, because his head is now shaped like the side of Kaido's mace. And he says it hurts, but yeah. So Kaido's just pissed now, and he straight up hits Luffy again, and you hear his body go squish. So his whole body is just turning into super malleable rubber. Um, and dude, Luffy's a disc now. Like, Luffy's flat as a pancake. Um, and every time Kaido is hitting him, he is turning the ground into rubber so that it bends around him. Which actually is a great plan, because this is making it so that Kaido's hit, so that the force, like if you put your hand on a table and you hit it, uh you'll feel a little bit of pain, but the shock of it will go into the table. Luffy doing this is making it so that the shock, the main impact of Kaido hitting, is going into the ground and not directly into him, which is really, really, really good. Um, but it's it's making Kaido's hits ineffective, really, because it's taking all the force away from them. But I like this because when the ground's rubber, then it bounces him back out. Um, so he hits this rock, and we have we have what is probably the weirdest picture of Luffy that I have ever seen. He's sitting there on the rock, still flat, and um, he says 3, 2, 1, 0, and blasts off like a rocket straight back at Kaido. And spins his arms around, and Kaido looks at him and he's like, "What?" He says, "What in the world is he? This pure white transformation." Um, like I said, Kaido is looking at Luffy and being like, like you are straight up defying every law of physics that there is." And he's just like, I know other devil fruits can break the laws of physics, but you are breaking reality right now. um and Kaido's just like, I don't know what this dude even is. And he says he's coated with armament and conquerors haki, and he can influence anything around him with his ability. He fights with such freedom, so versatile. I've never seen anything like it. There is, and this is the moment that we know Kaido is about to fall, because he says, "There is no one in this world capable of taking me down." And as Oda has shown us before, whenever a villain has high pride, that is the moment that they fall. Pride always comes before the fall in One Piece. And that is why Luffy punches directly through Kaido's head. Punches straight through Kaido's head. Um, like that's all we see is Luffy punching directly through Kaido's head. Uh, and just plows him into the ground. And honestly, I I don't know if his hand went through or if he made Kaido's face into rubber, or make Kaido's head into rubber, but either way, if your brain takes that much damage, either being impaled or either being pierced or stretched, you are dead. Like, you are out. You are down for the count. So we see Luffy like definitively smacking down Kaido. Kaido white eyes, and Luffy just deliriously smiling. I'm having the time of my life, Kaido. And I hate to make this reference because Michael Richards is so still stigmatized, but it reminded me of Kramer talking to Jerry in Seinfeld and going, and I'm loving every minute of it. But yeah, that is the end of the chapter. The only other note that the translators had was that Luffy's gigant form is said just like when he uses moves in Gear Third. That's because gigant is a word for giant in many languages, and it derives from Greek mythology. But yeah, the One Piece is absolutely crazy. Luffy in Gear Fifth is unstoppable. Um, and he is literally capable of anything. He can take as many as hard hits as come at him. He apparently can't die. And he can instantly snap in and out of any gear that he's been in before, including Gear Fifth. Like, the closest analogy to this is like and this took Goku at least a year, 2 years of training, but the easiest analogy is Goku now being able to instantly snap into Super Saiyan God mode whenever he wants, and Luffy's reached that point. He can now just turn on any gear that he wants at any time, which is absolutely amazing. I'm sorry I've been ignoring the chat. We're gonna be looking at that. Jumper with Kaido. Damn, yes, so many crazy things happening. A lot he is doing on a first go. For sure. I'm surprised Kaido can't use his strength and haki to push through some of this. Yeah, I mean, I mean, Luffy's on a whole new level. Like Kaido can coat his punches in Conqueror's Haki or in Armament Haki, and he can use the lightning of Conqueror's Haki. Um, excuse me, but Luffy, every attack that Luffy is doing is covered in a haki, and it has Conqueror's Haki, and his body is naturally exuding Conqueror's Haki constantly. So all of his hits have armament and Conqueror's Haki behind them, um, which with his ability now to turn anything into rubber, it makes him it makes him nigh unbeatable. Like, I mean, of course, I want him to struggle because Hero needs to struggle, but honestly, I'm loving this. Like, Oda is kind of just letting Luffy have a joyride right now. Um and I'm sure this is going to come back to bite Luffy in the butt eventually, but like, if this is it, if next week we get to the first panel and it says Kaido versus Luffy, Victor Luffy, like, I think that's it. Like, well, and I mean, if this is it, if Luffy beats Kaido here, what I'm predicting we are about to see is we are about to see a Luffy that is his body is going to be destroyed. Like, I don't think he's gonna die just because what is it? Oda, I don't think Oda would permanently kill Luffy. Although that'd be crazy if he permanently killed Luffy and then Zoro came back from the dead and was just like, I guess I'm the captain now, which honestly I'd be happy with. But and anyways, I don't think he's gonna permanently kill Luffy, but he's like, Luffy is definitely gonna take a physical hit for this. Like, possibly months or years until he can go out and continue looking for One Piece. But yeah, he gonna be out for the count after this. Because I mean, he's burning the candle at both ends. This is a last ditch effort. This is a mouse cornered, getting super strong with an adrenaline rush. And he's gonna crash. He is going to crash at some point. It may be a lot of years off his life. Yeah. That is true. That is true, and that's a great point that you bring up here, Trix, is that he might not be down for the count, but instead what Gear 5th might do is it might shave years off the end of his life. And I mean, if we're really predicting the end of One Piece, like, he might go out like Gold Roger did and just have an execution be his end. But I mean, if he gets to like old age, like, using Gear 5th is gonna burn off or might burn off the last couple years of his life that he has. But yeah, anyways, that is One Piece chapter 1045. It is absolutely amazing, and I mean, it's true that this is going to hurt Luffy, but I think for now we should just enjoy the ride and love that Oda is getting to write Luffy the way that he always wanted to write Luffy, which is as a unstoppable, like, Oda is finally getting to have his main character, like, this boy that he has loved for 25 years. He's getting to let his main character, his pride and joy, just let it all out. Be godly, be beastly, be unstoppable, be everything that Oda has ever wanted Luffy to be. And I love it. Especially since, just from me personally, I missed Goofy Luffy. And that is going to be trademarked. I'm pretty sure. You heard it here first on the Afro X channel, folks. The phrase Goofy Luffy is now trademarked. By me, or was coined by me. So yeah, I liked Goofy Luffy, the silly one that just like the meme that you see where Luffy has a dumb face and has his finger up his nose, or like all the times in the anime where somebody says something smart or says something basic and Luffy just does not get it when he is like straight square brain, or cube brain, and I love that Luffy, and I was really tired for a long time of getting this serious side of Luffy that was always like, hey, I just want to fight people. Like, I want to fight people all the time. All I do is fight people. All I do is win. And I didn't like that whole whole tough Luffy tone shift that we got. but I like how we're immediately taking a tone shift back to Goofy Luffy. Um, and I appreciate that, Oda. I really do. But yeah, Goofy Luffy, first time here. Yes. Um, I definitely should get a T-shirt made that has like, well, I probably couldn't do a picture of Luffy, but I could probably put the words like Goofy Luffy on it with like the Afro X logo or something. Um, but that would be sweet. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Um, thank you so much for watching. We will be having a new live stream on Tuesday as well as a new edited video because I am getting back into edited videos. Make sure you go and check out the introduction cipher for my rap crew, The Blacklist, and um, make sure that you vote in the comments who you thought the best rapper was because they will be receiving the Fans Choice Award. Anyways, keep YouTubing, YouTubers. Don't fight the fro, and always remember to stay goofy, Luffy. See you later, YouTube. Bye-bye. Boing.